Let me tell you a secret that almost nobody talks about, but once you understand it, it can change your entire life. Here it is. The smartest person in the room does not win. The most educated person does not win. The person with the most money, the best degree, the most talent often, they do not win either. The person who wins in their career, in their relationships, in life, is the person who can communicate. Think about it. Have you ever met someone not famous, not rich, not especially good-looking, just an ordinary person, but the moment they start to speak, something happens? Their words have weight. Their presence fills the room. People lean in. People listen. People want to be near them. And have you ever met the opposite? Someone with talent, with knowledge, with a brilliant mind, but when they speak, no one listens. Their ideas get ignored. Their value goes unseen. Because they cannot communicate what is inside them. This is the great unfair truth of the world. It is not always the best person who succeeds. It is the best communicator. The person who speaks with clarity gets the better job. The person who speaks with confidence earns the higher salary. The person who speaks from the heart attracts better friends, better opportunities, better everything. Communication is the real superpower. And here is the wonderful news, my friend. Communication is not something you are born with. It is a skill. And any skill in the world can be learned. Tonight, I am going to give you 10 powerful tips to become a master communicator. Real techniques, practical, tested, things you can start using tomorrow morning. And while you learn them, here is the bonus: you are also training your English, your listening, your speaking, your confidence in the language. So you are doing two powerful things at once: becoming a better communicator and becoming better at English. Stay with me all the way to the end, because the last tip, number 10, is the most powerful of them all. It is the one that touches people's souls. And most people never learn it. Let us begin. Before I start, I want to ask you for one small thing. If this video helps you tonight, if even one of these 10 tips makes you think, yes, I can use that, then please tap the red subscribe button. Just one tap. It is the smallest thing in the world. But for me, it means everything. Because I make these videos for people like you. People who want to grow. People who want to speak better, live better, and learn English at the same time. If you subscribe, the next lesson will find you exactly when you need it. And if you can, tap the like button too. It tells me to keep going. It tells me these videos matter. That is all I ask. Now let us begin your transformation with tip number 1. Tip 1. You are speaking even when you say nothing. This is powerful, and very few people understand it. Scientists tell us that people form their first impression of you in just 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Before you even open your mouth, before you say a single word, people have already decided about 70% of what they think of you. Whether you seem confident, whether you seem intelligent, whether you seem warm, trustworthy, likable, in just 7 seconds. How is this possible? Because you are always communicating, even in silence. Your body language is speaking. Your face is speaking. Your eyes are speaking. The way you stand, the way you walk, the energy you carry into a room, all of it is sending a loud, clear message before you ever make a sound. Let me give you an example. Imagine 2 people waiting for the same job interview. They have the same degree, the same skills. On paper, they are identical. The first person sits slumped in the chair, shoulders down, eyes on the phone, looking bored, tired, closed off. The second person sits up straight, shoulders relaxed, a calm, gentle smile, a warm, positive energy. Now, who do you think the interviewer will prefer, even before the first question is asked? Of course, the second person. Why? Because their body has already said, I am confident, I am professional, I respect myself, and I respect you. Your body speaks louder than your words. So here is what to remember. Walk into every room as if you belong there, even if you feel nervous inside. Smile naturally, not a fake, forced smile. A gentle, warm one. Keep your back straight. It quietly signals strength. Make eye contact. It signals honesty and connection. And stop fidgeting. Stop playing with your hands, your hair, your phone. Stillness signals calm. Calm signals confidence. Master these 7 seconds, and you win half the battle before you ever speak. Because people feel your energy first. Then and only then do they listen to your words. Tip 2. Tell stories. Listen carefully, because this one is the king of all communication. If you want to capture hearts, inspire minds, and stay in people's memory, you must learn the art of storytelling. Here is the reason. Facts tell, but stories sell. When you give people dry facts, their eyes glaze over. They forget within minutes. But when you tell a story, something magical happens. People listen, naturally. People feel, emotionally. And people remember, for a long, long time. Let me show you the difference. Imagine you want to teach someone that hard work matters. You could just say, hard work is important. Boring. Forgettable. It goes in one ear and out the other. Or you could tell a story. Let me tell you about a boy named Sam. Sam grew up in a tiny village. No electricity. No internet. Every night, when the sun went down, his house went dark. But Sam had a dream to become a doctor. So every night, he walked to the one street lamp in his village, sat down on the ground beneath it, and studied by that single light. People laughed at him. They called him foolish. They said a poor village boy could never become a doctor. But Sam kept studying, under that street lamp, night after night, year after year. And 10 years later, Sam became a doctor. And one day, in his hospital, he saved the life of a man, one of the very people who had once laughed at him. Now, which one touched your heart? The fact or the story? Of course, the story. That is the power of storytelling. Whenever you want to make a point in a speech, in a meeting, in an ordinary conversation, do not just give facts. Tell a story. Use a real example. Paint a picture in the listener's mind. Because the human brain is built for stories. Since ancient times, when people sat around fires and passed down wisdom through tales, our minds have been wired to listen and to remember through story. A few simple rules. Keep your story short, but emotional. Add a little struggle and a little victory. And most importantly, help the listener see themselves in the story. If you become a good storyteller, people will love listening to you, and you will become unforgettable. Tip 3. Empathy. Listen with your heart. If you want people to trust you, to like you, to open up to you, you must develop one magical quality. Empathy. What is empathy? Empathy means feeling what another person feels. It means putting yourself in their shoes. It means listening not just with your ears but with your heart. Why does this matter so much for communication? Because when people feel that you truly understand them, something powerful happens. They feel safe. They trust you. They open their heart to you. Without empathy, communication is cold, dry, empty. With empathy, communication becomes a true connection between two human beings. Let me show you with an example. Imagine you are telling a friend about a hard day at work. You are stressed. You feel alone. You just need someone to understand. The first friend barely looks up. He says, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing. Just forget it." He did not really listen. He did not really care. And now you feel even more alone than before. But the second friend turns toward you, looks at you, listens carefully, nods gently, and says, "I can see how stressful that must be for you. That sounds really hard. You are not alone, I am here. If you want to talk more." Now, which friend would you trust? Which one would you want to keep in your life forever? Of course, the second one, because empathy creates connection. So how do you show empathy when you communicate? First, listen actively. Do not just wait for your turn to talk. Truly, listen to what the other person is saying. Second, acknowledge their feelings. You do not always have to solve their problem. Often, people do not want solutions. They just want to feel understood. Third, use words that show you understand. Simple phrases like, "I can imagine how that feels," or "It sounds like you are going through a lot," or "Thank you for sharing that with me." And fourth, be present. Put away your phone, put away distractions, give the person your full attention. In our world, full attention is one of the rarest and most precious gifts you can give. Here is a powerful truth. In business, in leadership, in friendship, in love, the people who succeed most are not the ones who talk the most. They are the ones who listen with empathy, because when you make someone feel truly understood, you win their heart forever. Tip 4. The sweetest sound in the world. There is a famous saying from one of the greatest books ever written about human relationships, How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. He wrote, "A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language." It is true. When you use someone's name warmly, correctly, naturally, you instantly make them feel special, seen, important. But why does this work so deeply? Because a name is not just a word. A name is a person's whole identity. It carries their childhood, the voice of their mother calling them home, their entire sense of who they are. When you say someone's name with warmth, you are not just reaching their ears, you are touching their heart. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you walk into a busy coffee shop, music playing, people chatting, the smell of fresh coffee everywhere. You order your drink. The cashier asks for your name. You say, "Daniel." A few minutes later, you are standing near the counter, waiting, with 10 other people. All of you, just faces in a crowd. Then the barista picks up a cup, looks around, and calls out not just "caramel latte," but "caramel latte for Daniel. Have a wonderful day, Daniel." In that small moment, something lights up inside you. You are not just an order number. You are not just another face in the crowd. You feel seen. You feel remembered. It is such a small thing, just your name. But suddenly, the whole experience feels warm and personal and human. And you think to yourself, "I like this place. I'll come back." That is the hidden magic of a name. In meetings, in friendships, in interviews, when you remember someone's name and use it genuinely, they feel a connection to you. And once people feel connected to you, trust follows. And once trust follows, opportunities follow. One important tip though, use names naturally, not every 2 sentences, or it sounds strange and forced. Use a person's name when you greet them. Use it once while making an important point. And use it when you say goodbye. With warmth, never with force. In a world where everyone is starving for a little attention, simply remembering and using someone's name makes you unforgettable. Tip 5. Respond, do not react. This tip is life-changing. If you truly master it, you will rise higher in your relationships, your career, your leadership everywhere. It comes from something called emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means 2 things. First, understanding and managing your own emotions. And second, understanding and gently influencing the emotions of others. And the most powerful part of emotional intelligence is this: learning to respond instead of react. What is the difference? Reacting is automatic, emotional, impulsive. It happens in a flash, before you think. Responding is calm, thoughtful, intelligent. It happens after you take a breath. Let me show you. Imagine you are in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea in front of everyone. If you react, you get angry. Your face turns red. You snap back with something rude. And now you look emotional, unprofessional. You have lost the room. But if you respond, you pause, you take a breath, and you say, calmly, "Thank you for that feedback. Let me think about it. Maybe we can discuss some improvements together." The result? You look strong, mature, in control. You have won respect. You have built a bridge instead of a wall. Here is a more personal example. Imagine you are having an argument with someone you love, and they say something that hurts you. If you react, you fire back. You say something hurtful too. And now the fight grows bigger, uglier, more painful. But if you respond, you pause. You stay quiet for just a few seconds. And then you say, calmly, I am feeling hurt right now. Let's talk about this when we are both feeling calmer. Now you are protecting your relationship. You are being wise, not weak. So how do you learn to respond instead of react? First, pause before you speak. Always. Even 3 seconds can change everything. Second, name your emotion. Quietly ask yourself, am I feeling angry, hurt, insecure? Just naming it gives you power over it. Third, ask yourself, what is the best way to respond here, the way that actually helps the situation? And fourth, remember your bigger goal. Winning a single argument is worthless if it costs you a relationship. Great leaders, great speakers, great communicators, they all share this one quality. They stay calm under pressure. They choose their words carefully. They stay centered, even when storms are raging around them. Emotional intelligence is inner strength and outer influence. Tip 6. The echoing technique. If you want to become an unforgettable communicator, you must learn the gentle art of echoing. What is echoing? Echoing means you repeat a small part of what the other person just said in a warm, natural way. Why does this work like magic? Because it shows the other person that you are truly listening, that you care about their words, and it gently invites them to share more, to open up deeper. Let me show you how it looks. Your friend says, I've been feeling really stressed at work lately. Instead of jumping in with advice, you simply echo, stressed at work? Notice you are not telling them what to do. You are just reflecting their feeling back to them. And this invites them to continue. And they do. They say, yeah, my manager keeps giving me impossible deadlines. See how the conversation just deepened, naturally? Here is another example. Your colleague says, I finally finished the project after 3 whole months. You echo, 3 months? That sounds like a huge project. And again, they feel encouraged. They open up. Yes, it was exhausting, but it was so worth it. I learned so much. You just made that person feel valued and important simply by echoing their words back. A couple of rules. Do not repeat everything, just one keyword, or the key emotion, and use a warm, curious tone, never a flat, mechanical one. In negotiations, in sales, in solving conflicts, echoing is a hidden superpower, because when people feel that you truly understand them, they become far more willing to work with you. Tip 7. Your voice is your music. You can have the most brilliant words in the world, but if your voice is flat, dull, robotic, people will lose interest within seconds. Your voice is an instrument, and you must learn to play it. This is called voice modulation. It means controlling 3 things: your pitch, how high or low your voice is, your pace, how fast or slow you speak, and your pauses, the silent gaps between your words. Let me break it down. First, pitch. If you always speak in a high pitch, you sound anxious or even irritating. If you always speak in a low, flat pitch, you sound boring, sleepy. Great communicators vary their pitch. They go higher when they are excited. They drop lower when they are being serious. Listen to the difference. Telling an exciting moment. And then we won the competition. The voice rises, full of energy, then turning serious. But it wasn't easy. There were nights we almost gave up. The voice drops, low and heavy. Second, pace. If you speak too fast, you make people feel stressed. If you speak too slowly, you make them feel sleepy. So you change your speed depending on your message. Fast, for excitement. The moment we saw the results, we jumped, we screamed, we hugged, it was unbelievable. Slow, for the serious, important points. But deep inside, we knew the real work had only just begun. Control your speed, and you control the emotion in the room. And third, the pause. A pause is just a short moment of silence, but it is powerful. When you pause after an important point, you give people time to absorb your words. You create suspense. You make your message feel important. Listen, sometimes the smallest decision can change your entire life. Those little silences create depth. They pull the listener in. They make your words feel heavier and more powerful. The greatest speakers in the world, the ones who give those unforgettable talks, they have all mastered this. They do not read words like a boring script. They sing them like a story. Master your voice and you master people's hearts. Tip 8. The broken record technique. Have you ever dealt with someone who just will not take no for an answer? Someone who argues endlessly, who pushes and pushes, who tries to pressure you into something you do not want to do. For these moments, there is one powerful technique. It is called the broken record. What is it? You calmly repeat your main point again and again and again without getting emotional, just like an old, scratched record repeating the same line, until the other person finally understands that you are serious. Why is this so powerful? Because it shows firmness without aggression. It protects your boundaries. And it gently forces the other person to respect your decision. The key is to repeat calmly. No anger, no sarcasm, just calm, steady repetition. Let me show you. Imagine you are at a party. Someone keeps pushing you to drink alcohol, and you do not want to. They say, "Come on, just one drink." You say, calmly, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." They push, "Oh, don't be boring." You say, still calm, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." They try again, just a little. You say, still calm with a smile, "No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight." After 2 or 3 times they give up, because you did not argue, you did not explain, you did not justify yourself. You simply stood your ground, calmly. Here is another example. In a business negotiation, a client keeps demanding extra services without paying extra. You simply repeat, "We'd love to help, but that would require an additional fee." No arguing, no long justifications. Just calm, professional repetition. The lesson? Do not fight. Do not over-explain. Just calmly repeat your boundary. And over time, people will respect you more because you stayed professional, confident, and in control. Tip 9. Humor. Humor is not just about telling jokes. It is about bringing lightness, warmth, and human connection into your conversations. Why is humor so powerful? It breaks tension. It makes people feel comfortable. It creates instant bonding. It shows that you are approachable, not arrogant. And it makes your words stick in people's memory. If you can make someone smile, you can make them trust you. And trust is the foundation of all real communication. But, and this is important, humor does not mean becoming a clown. It does not mean making fun of other people. The best humor is light, relatable, and often, it means gently laughing at yourself. Let me show you. Imagine you are in a serious job interview. The interviewer asks, "Tell us about a time you made a mistake." You could answer stiffly, nervously, or you could smile gently and say, "Only one mistake? I've got a whole collection." And then move into your real, honest answer. What happens? The interviewer relaxes, they smile, and they remember you. You came across as confident and human. Here is another. You are in a tense negotiation. The mood is heavy. Everyone is serious, drinking black coffee. You smile and say, "Looking at all this coffee, I'm guessing we're negotiating caffeine rights today too." People laugh. The tension melts. The room softens. And suddenly, everyone is more open, more relaxed, more willing to listen. How do you use humor the right way? Be self-deprecating. Make small, gentle jokes about yourself, never about others. Be situational. Notice the funny things happening around you. Be natural. Never force it. And never, ever insult anyone. People who laugh with you trust you, and people who trust you will follow you. Tip 10. Vulnerability. This is the last tip, and it is the most powerful of them all. What is vulnerability? Vulnerability means being honest, open, and real about your feelings, your experiences, even your mistakes, without pretending to be perfect. Most people think vulnerability is weakness, but the truth is the opposite. Vulnerability is your greatest strength. When you show your real self, your struggles, your fears, your failures, people do not think less of you. They trust you more. They connect with you more. They respect you more. Because here is a deep truth about every human being. Everyone is fighting a silent battle inside. And when people see your honesty, they feel less alone in their own struggles. Your vulnerability becomes a bridge connecting your heart to theirs. But be careful. Vulnerability does not mean oversharing every detail of your life. It does not mean crying in every conversation or only ever talking about your problems. Vulnerability means sharing the right, real story at the right time in the right way to create connection, not pity, connection. Let me show you the power of this. Imagine you are giving a motivational talk on a stage in front of a crowd. You could stand tall and say, "I have always been successful. My life is amazing." And people would admire you for about 5 minutes, but they would not truly connect with you. Or you could begin like this. 5 years ago, I was completely broken. I had just lost my job. My bank account was empty. Every morning, I woke up feeling useless. One night, I sat alone in my tiny kitchen, looking at a single packet of instant noodles because that was all I could afford for dinner. And I thought to myself, is this what my life has become? But that night, something inside me decided, this is not the end. This is the beginning. And slowly, step by step, I began to rebuild my life. I stand here today, not because I never fell, but because I learned how to stand back up, again and again. What happens after a story like that? The audience leans forward. Some have tears in their eyes. Some nod silently, feeling your pain as their own. Some smile because they feel hope rising inside them. They will never forget you because they saw themselves in your story. You did not come across as a superhero. You came across as a warrior. And people do not connect with superheroes. They connect with warriors because they, too, are fighting their own battles. Here is how to use vulnerability wisely. First, choose a real moment from your life, a struggle, a fear, a failure. Second, be honest, but keep it short and meaningful. Third, focus on the lesson, not just the pain. Fourth, share it naturally, the way you would with a trusted friend. And fifth, always end with hope. Show how you came through it. Remember this, my friend. Walls keep people out, but vulnerability invites people in. When you dare to be vulnerable, you do not just speak to people's minds, you touch their souls. And touching souls, that is what makes communication truly powerful, unforgettable, and unstoppable. So, there they are, the 10 tips to transform the way you communicate. Speak with your body in the first 7 seconds. Tell stories, show empathy, use people's names, respond, do not react, echo their words, play your voice like music, hold your boundaries with the broken record, use warm humor, and dare to be vulnerable. But let me tell you the secret that ties all 10 together. Real communication is not about impressing people with big words. It is not about sounding smart, or perfect, or polished. Real communication is about connection. It is about making the other person feel something, feel seen, feel understood, feel less alone. You do not need to be perfect to communicate well. You just need to be authentic, present, and real. The greatest communicators in history were not the ones with the fanciest vocabulary. They were the ones who made people feel. So practice these 10 tips. Not all at once, just one at a time. Pick one this week. Practice it every day, then add another, and slowly you will notice something amazing. You will not just change the way you speak, you will change the way people feel when they listen to you. And that, my friend, is true power. Your words will no longer be just words. They will be warm, memorable, magnetic. You will see the results in your career, in your friendships, in your confidence, in every room you walk into. Because in the end, communication is not really about what you say. It is about how you make people feel when they hear you. If this video helped you tonight even a little, then please do these small things for me. Tap the like button so I know it reached your heart. Leave a comment below and tell me which of the 10 tips will you start practicing first. Writing it down makes it real. And subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell because we are on a journey together. A journey of communicating better, living better, and learning English one video at a time. I make these videos for you, for the people who want to grow, for the ones who are ready to become the best, most confident version of themselves. If you want more lessons like this, practical skills that change your life and improve your English at the same time, then this is your home. Subscribe and stay with me. Now go out there, speak with clarity, speak with confidence, and most of all, speak from your heart, because the world is waiting to hear what you have to say. I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep practicing, keep growing, and never stop believing in your voice.